Welcome into the world's number 16 podcast, the Casual Chaos.
We're moving up in the world, huh? 16?
There we go.
Yeah, 16 in the world. I mean, in America, number 7. But
go.
as always, number 1 in your heart. So again, welcome in to the Casual Chaos podcast, the sports wagering community. I'm your host, Jay Ash, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Bubba and Jeff. What's up, fellas?
Not much, man. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Got a big glass of wine, ready to watch some football at the end of the week. Great night for a podcast.
Let's hope it's a decent game, at least until we get off this pod,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my intel tells me that we're number 7 in America just because of the wine, which is good. And it's been a long day. It's been a long day for everybody. And it's been a long day for our audience who's going to listen to this tomorrow, wake up and go, thank God they did the podcast. So follow us at Casual Chaos Live, all the socials, X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Jump on the Discord, chat with us, send in your tickets. Let us know what's going on. We're coming off the live show from this past Sunday at Glory Days in Tampa, Florida. Another awesome show. We just had a great time. Again, the Bucs game didn't go the way that the home team wanted to, but the crowd was great. We met some people popping in. So again, if you're listening to the pod and new to the pod, thanks for joining us. If you're a regular and you're local, always join us when we're doing a live show. We'd love to have you. Again, this whole concept is about the community, interacting with everybody. We're not touts. We're not here to tell you what to play. We're here to talk about what you are playing and just having some fun, mixing it up. So with all of that said, we're going to jump right into talking tickets. We had a nice little slate tonight, but we're going to hit the favorites. We're going to do some talking tickets, get into some meat and potatoes of the gambling world while we're watching the Patriots v Jets, an exhilarating Thursday night game. It's 8-11 Thursday night. So let's get it going. Producer Tyler, how are you? And what do we got?
I'm doing fantastic. Got a great slate of sports this weekend. Basketball's in full swing. And with that, we got Rain Man here firing off on some NBA. We got a double winner. He had Scotty Barnes to have a double-double, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with the double-double, and Russell Westbrook with the double-double. A little plus 6,000, a little over that. $25 bet paid out $1,500. Big W there.
Awesome.
Not only did he hit that one, but he double dipped a little bit. I guess he wasn't feeling Shea the same night. I guess he was like, maybe Shea won't be the one that gets the double-double. So he also put in on the side Scotty Barnes and Russell Westbrook to just individually both having a double-double, and that was a plus 1,250. So he hit both of those. So combined about almost $2,000 in winnings right there for Rain Man. So you love to see the members of the Casual Chaos community getting dubs, especially with hoops now. You got more opportunities.
Yep.
Nothing but. I mean, a $2,100 win on essentially $75 worth of bets is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
That's a good Tuesday because I believe this was Tuesday. That's a solid Tuesday.
It's a 2 for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Can we trademark that, or has that been used before?
It
2 for Tuesday.
Yeah, it might have been used once or twice.
Okay. All right.
What didn't get used up was this what is this 114 plus $114,000 winner here. This is Mr. Commissioner. Mr. Commissioner likes to let it fly, and he throws out some weird shit. So he's got the first half winner / game winner to be a tie in the first half, and the Broncos get a W, which did hit. And then he had Jonathan Taylor first touchdown. Jonathan Taylor went crazy. I think he had 3 touchdowns in the game against the Falcons, including the first one. So Mr. Commissioner was going into the 1 o'clock window because the Falcons Colts played overseas with just Baker Mayfield first touchdown, and would have paid out a $1 bet would have paid him over $1,100. Unfortunately, Baker did not find the end zone on the feet. Did find it through the air very, very often, but did not get the first touchdown for Mr. Commissioner. So it's only $1 that went away, but that cash out of $23.
Kind of got to take the
may have
cash
been
out.
in
That's
his
what I was
eyes,
going to
right?
say. Yeah.
He's a Bucks fan, so I think he was self-proclaiming the Bucks to win. I think they were minus 13.5 with his sign that
cash
he was
out.
holding up in the front row for them to lose on the field.
Cash out and put $10 on Baker to score the first touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I don't
commit.
know. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the commish throws a lot of these out, and he goes two out of three a lot.
Yeah.
I think what he needs to do is add a zero. It's just
Yeah.
1 0, not multiple. Just bring 1 to 10,
Yeah.
and you'll hit. It's inevitable.
Or just
Yeah.
pick 5 of them. If he puts in 10 of them, pick 5 of them that you just cash out. If you hit 2, like, hey, if one of these 5 come into a cash out option, I'm taking it. And you probably win your money back.
But he hits him enough. He hits him enough to where if he put, like on this one, if he just put $1 for the 3-leg and then put $20 on each of them individually, he would have made out like a
Like a
bandit.
bandit.
Yeah.
But that's not what he did.
Right,
We cannot control what other people bet.
which is why the argument is don't parlay, don't tease, just bet everything straight up if you like it. Everything's
Right,
equal.
right.
It's all a coin flip to a degree.
Because he does
right?
hit some crazy shit like this, dude. It's wild.
Yeah. So I don't know. I left my Pythagorean theorem at home. So.
Another wild one here. And if you watch the Monday night football game, right? This was Monday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much an atrocious game in the first half of just sloppiness. But Rain Man here came out the big winner. He had a draw in the first quarter, so a tie in the first quarter. I guess this is maybe a European website with draw there. And then he had first half to end in a draw or a tie. So another $1,700 or plus $1,700 bet here for Rain Man. So a big payout, $50 paid him out $800 on top of his 50. So crazy.
I didn't see that one. That's really nice. Good for him.
Yeah. I mean, he those between those 3 bets there, Rain Man had a much better weekend than I think some of the gentlemen on the Casual Chaos pod here.
Yeah.
So
all in a Monday, Tuesday night too, right? How do you hold on to that?
Yeah,
the
apparently that's the
You don't.
that's the sweet spot. Yeah, you don't. I'm sure his Wednesday, Thursday NBA tickets are aplenty this week.
He's on his way to Mexico right now for a wedding, so he's doing good.
Hopefully he got paid out, but asking for a friend, can these be posted before they hit so other people can see?
Not halfway into the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like to actually thank ESPN and Disney for their bullshit feud still going on, as I was unable to watch Monday Night Football yet again as a YouTube TV subscriber. But they did give me $20 back as a credit on my next bill, which is just phenomenal.
It's the same thing, right? You can as watching the game, $20.
I saw the credit. You don't have to do anything for it. It's automatic. That's
just
nice.
click. You just click claim your thing, and then they add it onto your next bill, so you don't even see it.
Yep, exactly. So
it's not $20 in your pockets. It's just
it certainly is not.
Yeah. Well, I think they were catching heat because it was there for a couple of days, and they didn't send out an email to customers or anything like that. And then I know, and then I think they started hearing the shit online, and they were like, "All right, we'll send one email." I usually just fucking delete those emails, but then I was like, "Let me click on this one," and I got it.
It's interesting because YouTube, Google obviously is bigger than even Disney, ABC, but it seems like the fans are siding with YouTube on this one. So they're pretty pissed. They're pretty pissed at ESPN.
Yeah.
Because ESPN, well, it's not the right forum, but let's just say that ESPN, as part of Disney, is not doing great, and they haven't been for a while. And there's a lot of issues, and they made a lot of mistakes. Just fucking pay your bill, work your deal. It's still millions and millions of dollars. Just fucking get it done.
It's funny because I see a lot of people, and like you said, we'll get off this real quick, but I see a lot of people talking about that they're trying to push people to the new app that they came out with a couple months ago, and
which is insane.
But the truth is that they make more money on the people who actually still watch through cable and YouTube. So that's really not what's going on here. It's just they just can't come to an agreement. So
Don't like it. What I do like, though, in the business, we call that a transition segue. I like the fact that we have an MVP announcement tonight in both leagues. The National League was a little known fella named Shohei Ohtani, And in the American League, another larger fellow known as Aaron Judge. So let's chop it up, because this could have been a different segment altogether if it didn't work out the way it should have. So
Ohtani,
Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, Ohtani gets his 4th, and Tyler mentioned to me earlier, I'm not sure this is accurate, although it sounds accurate, that all 4 have been unanimous. So that's pretty crazy. Well deserved. I did think Schwarber would get a little bit of support. I thought maybe he'd steal a few votes from him, but not so. And the Judge Raleigh race was the one that, nobody was really sure what was going to go on there. I mean, I think the non-Yankee baseball fans were hoping Raleigh was going to win. A lot of the metrics people, the metrics experts that are out there, they were giving it to Judge. Obviously, Jay, you and I as Yankees fans, we were hoping Judge. I think, Tyler, you thought Cal was going to win, right? I mean, you thought he was going to win.
Yeah, I mean, just a different, Seattle. We're not clear on when they vote on these things. I know we were talking about a little earlier, like if they do in fact vote on it before the playoffs, then this point is moot. But I think if either of those guys get to the World Series, like if Schwarber on the NL side or Raleigh on his side get to the World Series and maybe win it or have a standout performance as well, I think maybe they sway one way or the other. Obviously, Shohei probably not, because it was unanimous, so that probably wouldn't have swayed. But those 4 votes probably go the other way if Cal ends up in the World Series. He still had a good playoffs, but so did Judge. There wasn't a wrong choice. They're both could have been MVPs.
Yeah, I just confirmed they do vote at the end of the regular season, so they don't take the playoffs into account. Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, for those that don't know, it was close. Judge had 17 first place votes to Raleigh's 13, and then they switched in second place votes. Raleigh had 17 and Judge had 13. So both of them got either a first or a second, and the difference is that Judge got more first. So, Ash, what are your thoughts, Ash? Bubba, you're a Red Sox fan. I don't know if we want to hear from you on this one.
You're getting boxed out Brock style right here. I would look at it just simply from the standpoint of, if you're a diehard baseball fan and you watch baseball religiously, you have the package and you're watching baseball and flipping and whatnot, you have to be excited about where the game is, but you also have to be excited about, you have 2 generational players. If you're a casual baseball fan, or I'll rephrase, if you're a baseball enthusiast, but you don't get sucked into a 162 game season because it's so long, but you do catch a game every now and then, but you're following either box scores or highlights or, what you're doing day to day, you're going, what are these guys doing? Right. It's just putting up crazy numbers.
Video game. Yeah.
Right. And if you're part of the TikTok generation, you're getting to see 2 guys at the peak of their powers, just dominating on, from a right-handed bat standpoint, a left-handed bat standpoint, and the other guy coming in and still pitching too. So I just think it's good for baseball. And as a Yankee fan, we Jeff, you and I talk about it. I send the post to all of our friends, and Tyler's involved in a lot of the things I send out, and others. The numbers Judge has been putting up the last couple of years are absolutely ridiculous. They've never been done before. I'm probably the biggest Barry Bonds fan you guys know, if nothing else. And what Judge is doing is very reminiscent of that for me. He's dominant in every facet of the game. I don't see the weakness in his game. He's Gold Glove caliber right field, whether he ever wins one or not. He's 6'8", 240 or 280 for fuck's sake. And he has the most. Does he not have the most home runs and most robbed home runs?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like little things like that you don't think about. It's just exceptional. And what do you say about Ohtani winning 4 straight? And he's as advertised, and getting him out of the, getting him from Anaheim to LA has made all the difference in the world. So
for sure,
good for him.
Not 4 straight, by the way, but yeah, he's got 4.
I'm sorry, 4. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got 4.
4 to 5.
Judge has 3, and we would argue Judge should have 4. But to your point, Ash, Judge has 4 of the 10 best right-handed batted seasons of all time, including number 1. So I mean, there's not much more to say. Bubba, we apologize.
I mean, you got. Yeah. no argument for that. I mean, the guy's fucking, and there's no doubt, like, over generations, right? Like, the pitching has just gotten better, right? There's better arms, better pitches, better relief pitching, and these guys are doing it against that. So it's like, how the like, you can't even argue. It's like these numbers are fucking absurd, you know?
It's a good point, right? Because back in the day, not that long ago, I mean, starters would go 7, 8 innings, even if they weren't having great games.
Right.
You know
Now
what I mean?
they're facing 3, maybe 4 arms in a game.
Yeah, and they're all throwing
facing
98 fucking miles an hour. You know,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And it's just like, I mean, to the other point, it's like when you see a catcher hitting 62, 63 home runs, you just like, your eyes peak up. If you're a baseball fan, your eyes peak, you know, you peak up, your eyebrows go up, you go, a fucking catcher, 62 homers, you know, like Mike Piazza was the last one to hit that many homers, I think, as a catcher, you know, full-time catcher. So it's just, he had his best year. He had one of the best seasons as a catcher during the worst time. Like, you can't even argue with Aaron Judge's fucking the way he's played. You know?
Yeah, it's fair enough. He had a great season. I bust his balls from time to time, but he had a fantastic season. When you add in the fact he was a catcher, I mean, obviously, it's just ridiculous. But again, at the end, if you take the catcher part out of it, Judge's season.
No,
was better.
even if you throw the catcher in, his season was just better. Like,
Yeah,
you can't argue with the stats,
right? But that's a lot of people concentrate on the fact. Yeah, but he was a catcher, you know?
yeah. Well, Aaron Judge didn't fucking DH. He played the field. Like, he's not sitting there picking his ass. He's fucking playing defense.
Well, I think the big thing was, and we did it right because somebody put on Twitter. They did the side-by-side comparison of all the offensive categories. And we did the blind taste test, right? We removed the names and sent it out to a bunch of people. Who's the MVP? And it was like, why is this even a question?
And these are people, by the way, that don't necessarily follow baseball day to day. So
right. So they're just you just look at the numbers. And you're like, well, it's the one on the right, isn't it? And it's just like, well, that's Aaron Judge. The others, and every now and then you get somebody like, well, I didn't realize that was Cal Raleigh. He's a catcher. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah, calm down, man. The guy had a phenomenal season. It was unbelievable. You hit it right on the head, Bubba. You're going against, an all-time great, period.
Yeah. And I don't see him fucking slowing down. Like, if you would think like if nobody's gotten him out yet, who the fuck's going to get him out next year? Who's going to get him following year?
You got to think his prime lasts. He's obviously in his prime right now. You got to think it lasts for at least a couple more years.
Right. 2 years. And
don't get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Which kind of played hurt at the end of the season, I think. Right, his shoulder was bothering him. But
elbow.
Yeah. Sorry, but like, nobody wants to mention that. Right, guy played through a fucking injury and tried to get his team to the World Series. But I'll tell you this though: the Yankees need to help the guy.
Yeah. Well, look, they had the best. I mean, they've had the best offense in baseball in the regular season.
Yes.
So, but no, you're right. I mean, they would have loved to have Soto either batting in front of him or behind him again.
Right. Not that those guys that were Grisham and Bellinger, those guys didn't shit the bed. I mean, they played good, but
no. And Stanton, when he came back from his injury, his annual injury, he had a great half of a season too. So I
want to see him win a couple World Series too.
Look, man, I'd like to see him win one.
At least one.
Let's start with one.
Yeah, I know.
And listen, I mean, Soto had an awesome playoffs this year too.
Well said. Hey, what about the other awards? I mean, the Cy Young's nothing surprising, right? In either of those.
Yeah.
I was happy to see Skubal not get voter fatigued. Obviously the play, and it's why this stuff is voted on before the playoffs. Detroit just had a abysmal last month and a half. No, not really a fault of Skubal's. And I heard a lot of people bitching about Croquette, didn't get his due in Boston. I think he did. I think his votes were there.
Yeah, I think he came in third, right? I think.
Yeah, I didn't think the body of work overall was as good as. Oh, fucking Fields just scored this.
He's got like 25 rushing yards already too.
Yeah, there goes the first touchdown bet.
That was an easy drive too. I mean, like
it really was.
They marched down the
7-minute
field.
drive, like 7 minutes, keep them off the field. That was as good as it gets if you're a Jets fan. Turn off the game.
Yeah.
Turn off the game. Just assume you won. You went on to win.
So anyway, I mean, I think he had an amazing year. I think where people are mad that he didn't get either more votes or win is the pitching performance he had against the Yankees in the playoffs. Like, that game alone was like, this guy is Cy Young caliber. And he is. He's a scary guy. I mean, as a Yankee fan who does not like the Red Sox in any way, shape, or form, I don't want to face that guy. And then Skeens is Skeens. I mean, it's not really a question who the best pitcher in the NL is.
Yeah.
And and probably the best pitcher in baseball, right? I mean,
right. Yamamoto did send a text in Japanese, so I couldn't translate it, but I believe it said "Hold my beer."
Yeah, he's no doubt impressive. But I mean, I saw Skeens pitch here in Tampa, and like I was sitting in right field. It was early in the season. I was sitting in right field, walked behind the plate because from right field I was like, this shit looks disgusting. So I had to go behind the plate to watch it. I don't really know how people put the bat on the ball, but they're professional, so they do. He's the real deal, Skeens. He ain't gonna be in Pittsburgh very long.
No.
Yeah.
It's funny. Did you guys see that they're saying that the Marlins and the Pirates, who both kind of had surprisingly competitive seasons last year,
yeah,
are going to consolidate?
Both are they're going to spend more money this year than they normally do, supposedly. So,
okay,
yeah.
All right,
we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
That must be coming from the tariffs.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Well, we just mixed in a little political banter. Let's. I don't have anything else. I mean, Rookie of the Year was kind of
Yeah, and the manager year, who cares, right? So
yeah, I don't even know why that's a category anymore. It's all analytics, right? So, all right, let's jump over to the NBA. All right. We don't have to go deep, but we're 12, 13 games in. Feel like every week there's something new going on, but basically we're handful of weeks in. The Thunder are clearly a juggernaut. They just refused to lose, and they lost once and came back and just decided to win by 30.
Well, let's start there. Do you think the wins record is in jeopardy or what?
I gotta say yes. I know you're asking.
That run record's crazy, man.
The conference is so hard, though. That's the thing.
I mean, yes, in theory, but you just got to be fucking so much better than everyone and actually try. Like, you have to try to break that record.
Yeah,
it's
but
not you can't go out there and lackadaisically play a game one day. You have to physically go in and try every game.
You're right, though, but you know what it is? They're young, and they will try.
True.
That's the thing.
True.
They've got the juice.
Yeah, but
They've
until
got the
one
juice.
guy tweaks an ankle, and then it's like, okay, well, maybe
they
a little bit here. Like, that's what
they may
you have
load
to have
manage
everything break your way,
right?
To do that record. That record's crazy, man.
So there's two things that would make me say yes, they could. Jalen's not playing yet, right? So your second best player is not playing, and you're still eviscerating the competition.
Yeah,
they're so fucking deep that at any given night they can just run 8 or 9 guys at you. They press nonstop. They play a defensive game in an era where that's not the same thing, and even they can still give up 100 points, and it's still considered very good defense. But at any point in time, you can, they throw Caruso on a power forward. The guy's a guard, right? I mean, they just have so many weapons defensively. And then Shea is obviously a top 3 player coming off an MVP season. Is it possible? Sure. If Williams comes back, this is what I would say, Jeff. If you told me Williams comes back and Chet plays the full allotment of games, like not missing 10, 15, 20 games because of a Chet injury, but he just he misses games only because of rest, and Shea doesn't get hurt. It's there. It really is.
Yeah, and like I was saying to Tyler, I think they'll actually go for it if they have a chance for it. You know what I mean? So, because a lot of teams are like, let's get ready for the playoffs, but they're young enough where they'll be like, fuck it, let's get the record. So
right.
Well, and you also got teams that, like, even with that record, there's so many good teams in the West, and obviously they're going to beat up each other to a certain degree, but they'll be fighting, to a certain degree for the 1 seed the whole year probably, because there's so many good teams. Like, even though, yes, if they are threatening that record, it would take something crazy, but, like, they can't – you're going to have to fight hard to have that 1 seed if you want it in the West.
So last week when we talked, the Bulls were 6-2 and in first place in the conference, in the Eastern Conference. Well, they're 6-5 now, and they're all the way down to 9th. And now Detroit's 10-2 and in first place in the Eastern Conference. So we said at the time that Chicago was kind of off to a surprising start, and we didn't think it would last. What are your thoughts on Detroit? You think that's for real?
Yeah, I mean, just because of Cade what's Ivy doing right now?
I don't know.
I mean, I
Is he
haven't.
playing? Yeah.
So I like their team coming out of last year. They showed a nice leap. I think Durant is a legit big man that fits today's game, being able to run the floor and gives them some rebounding. And I think they're coached fairly well. I mean, obviously they had the worst coach of all time for a period, and they responded last year. So are they for real? If that means, are they going to be a top 4 seed in the East? Sure. Are they a championship threat? No, not as they're established right now.
Well, I won't. I mean, I won't argue. My only pushback there would be that they did make a bit of a playoff run last year, so they got that experience, right? And and Cade struggled a bit in the playoffs, so you hope he learns from that. By the way, he didn't play yesterday. They still beat the Bulls 124-113. I don't see that Ivy played yesterday either, so I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, so
he might not be back yet.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, if not Detroit, then who though in the East? I mean, who do you think is the favorite
Nobody.
there?
There's no way.
Nobody's the correct answer.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland obviously had a great year last year. They're 8-4 this year, so it's not like they're stinking the place up. I mean, I think most people would probably still think that they would be the number 1 seed. Knicks are 7-4. Brunson just got hurt. I don't think he'll be out for long, but he's going to miss a few games probably. So,
the answer is probably Boston if like Jason Tatum somehow comes back early. Seriously, like they make the playoffs and like they just get hot or something, but like that ain't gonna happen.
Well, let's run a quick exercise before we get into the Joker. Okay.
Demand.
Yeah. Tell in the East, who's better than the Thunder?
Oh, nobody.
Who's better than the Nuggets?
Probably nobody. Yeah.
Who's better than the Spurs?
Well, that's
that's when you get in there, maybe.
Right, yeah.
Not what their current record is, not the current record, but just
now. I don't know if any with Wemby. I don't know if anybody is.
I mean, again, if Cleveland gets right, I mean, they could probably play with the Spurs. Probably.
Yeah. That'd be my.
Who's better than the Rockets?
Same thing.
I mean, it's the same,
like that. I think the next like 3 or 4 teams, like they probably would win in a 7-game series. They'd probably win, but like they would have a chance probably.
Okay, so if we just fast forward and everything's the same, no injuries or regardless, but insert whatever team you want from the East, and they're going against the Rockets, the Spurs, the Nuggets, or the Thunder in the championship. Are you picking the team from the East? Probably not.
No. Absolutely not.
No.
Probably not. I don't think the Knicks are a complete team because they didn't improve. They didn't really improve their team last year, and I don't know if I think they downgraded their coach.
They tried to improve the roster. I just don't know if they did.
Right.
But you're right about the coach, obviously.
Right. I'm a Sixer fan, and I just don't think with Embiid there, they're not going anywhere. The young vibe is awesome. When you're watching, it's fun, but it's not a championship level team. It's not a playoff beating team. People were really high on the Hawks. We don't know what's going to come there. Maybe there's a trade for Trey coming that changes that because they're not built for him anymore.
Well, he's hurt too, right? So I mean, that's part of the problem with them. So
yeah. And I'll steal a line. The Zombie Heat are somehow 7-5. I don't get it. Like I don't understand. You look at their roster and it's like an AAU team.
And they don't run any pick and rolls anymore. They got like a new offensive coach, and they run no pick and rolls. They're like the one team in the NBA that refuses to run pick and rolls.
Right. So let's go back to the Nuggets and talk about Joker. And I'll just pull it up because it was out today. And I'll just read from Jack Coyne. In the NBA history, only one player has ever done each of these in the same season. A 50-point game, a 30-15-15 game, a 25-point game without attempting a single free throw. That player is Nikola Jokic, who did it each of those in the last 8 days.
That's crazy.
That's pretty good.
And then one more. Jokic of the Nuggets is the first player in NBA history to score 90-plus points on 80% shooting over the span of 2 days.
Yeah, he's shooting 70% from the field.
It's laughable. Yeah, we were just talking about Judge and Ohtani and everything, but Joker is right now is a top 15 player of all time, and that might be underselling him, right? I mean, it might be. So
I think I've finally gotten my teenager. I always want to, like, language matters a little bit, right? And I was the same way. And again, for those that don't know, Jeff and I grew up together. I was a Sixer fan, so I'm a Dr. J honker, and I hated the Celtics and I hated Larry Bird. And so I would very much be like, "Fucking Bird sucks, Bird, Bird sucks, Bird sucks." Bird never sucked. Bird was unbelievable, right? I just didn't want to accept it. So when I talk about the Joker, Julian, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I'm like, you can hate him, but you have to acknowledge he's great. He's like, yes. Right. So it's like, okay. Right.
Yeah. I hate Steph Curry, but the Olympics cheering for him was probably one of the more fun things I've ever done as a sports fan, being excited to watch that basketball game. So, like,
if that was Jordan Spieth on the court, you wouldn't have felt the same.
No. I would have been rooting for Russia, like Soviet Russia. Like, it would have been, yeah.
So these two drives in the football game are going to take up the whole first quarter. Each team had the ball once, and we're going to be entering the second quarter here in a second. So
crazy. Not good when you're laying 11. So anyway, what Joker is doing is ridiculous. I think the Nuggets, it's kind of ominous, right? Thunder are 12-1, Nuggets are 9-2. The Spurs are 8-3. The Rockets are 7-3. There's a lot of really good records out there. There's a lot of really bad teams out there, i.e. the Pelicans, the Mavericks.
Yeah, there's three teams with one win right now. There's I think one team's 1-11 and two are 1-10. That's pretty rough. So
the Wizards, Pacers, and Nets all have one win. The Pacers is actually a little surprising. I get Halliburton's not there, but that's like one win.
They also, though, had some injuries already too, right? I mean, I think they lost a couple guys.
Turner's gone.
Yeah,
Turner's gone. We got to start really focusing on the spreads and whatnot. But I think what's really starting to come, I've been betting the Jazz a little bit as dogs because they've been double-digit dogs for some reason in a lot of these games. If the West is playing the East, really start focusing your money on the West. The East teams are not beating the West teams on a regular basis at all. But where I was going to transition to is, the Mavericks are 3-9, just fired their GM, good old Nico Collins, who traded some guy named Skinny Luka. When he traded him, he was just named Luka, but now he's Skinny Luka.
Yeah.
And at the time of the trade, and this has been said on a gazillion podcasts and ESPN shows and the like, so I'm not going to go over it, but no one thought it was a good trade. But the question that everybody said at the same time was, you're trading him for one first-round draft pick, which happened to turn into Cooper Flagg, so congratulations, you literally hit the lottery. But the player you got in return was supposed to be a perennial all-star who historically doesn't play more than 40 to 50 games a year. And no surprise, since he's been in the Mavericks uniform, has he played over a dozen games? I don't believe he has.
Maybe.
So it's really not a shock that Nico got fired. Yet people were still like, I don't understand why he got fired. So Luka's averaging 40 points a game and carrying the Lakers on his back at 8-4 without LeBron. And Nico's out of a job. The Mavs are in complete, utter disarray. Their whole ideology of we're going big and playing defense, every single center or power forward is hurt on that team. Mm-hmm. And you've left Cooper Flagg on an island and asked him to basically play 5 positions.
I mean, the problem with that, well, there was a lot of problems with that trade, but the problem with that trade was that Davis just can't stay healthy. I mean, so they were making a trade for one of the best young players in the NBA for a great big who is really not in his prime anymore. Like, it made no sense. I mean, that's why everybody went crazy, So I don't know. And even the draft pick you talked about, I don't think they got that from the Lakers. I mean, they got Flagg in the draft, but I don't think they got that pick from the Lakers. So that makes it even worse. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not a good team. So anyway, long NBA season. We got a long way to go.
Just one thing about Dallas. They don't really have a point guard. I mean, they got Flagg playing point guard. He shouldn't be playing point guard. He's never played point guard in his life. Just the fact that he's a good passer from the forward spot doesn't mean he should be playing point guard.
Well, they got D'Lo playing point guard now.
Well, they're like going. So anyway, when Irving comes back, they'll probably look a little different. Even if he's not 100%, at least they'll have a true point guard. But
Yeah.
That who knows when that's going to be? That's at least a month away, at least.
Right.
If you're Kyrie and what we know about Kyrie, you're not coming back this year.
You think, huh?
Why would you?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you just want reps, right? Your team's not going anywhere. You're not going to. There's zero chance they're a playoff team, even if he comes back. So tank, get another top lottery pick, and then come back when you have an actual roster. See if you can move Davis in the offseason.
Which will be funny because now that they have a new GM, they could sort of do that like without necessarily having egg on their face, right? The new guy could come in and just try to make a trade. And again, if they trade him and if he actually comes back and starts playing well, all right. So we got 7-7 and that. What's up with those Patriots uniforms? Anyway. If they trade him, they'll probably get a decent return. They'll probably get a first-round pick and maybe a player. So, they will get something for him. But I don't know. Like you said, Dallas is in disarray at the moment. So
I hear you. So we can move on from the NBA. We got a long season. We'll be talking about it a lot.
Well, did you guys want to mention the All-Star game BS or no? We're going past that.
I really don't, but I think Jay and Tyler do. So,
Tyler, what are your thoughts on? I like the concept.
Yeah.
I know it's a little brain breaking. I'm nervous that they are not going to execute it properly. I don't like a little round robin all-star game.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love the concept of the world versus US kind of thing for the
me
this
too, by the
versus
way.
East and
Yeah,
West.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that more. But the whole 3 teams thing, I get that there's just too many Americans to put on one team, but
it would make it better if they just picked.
It's an all-star
10
game.
of them.
You're only you only got 10.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Make it 15, or they always do some weird shit for the all-star game lately. So have a 5th, 6th quarter or something. That's the way you get more guys in or something instead of doing it this way. I don't know, but I like the concept of having 2 different teams like World and US. But I don't know.
The NBA is in shambles. I looked up some stats. They've changed the format of this game
4 times. Yeah.
5 times. No, 5 times. This will be the 5th time in 10 years.
It's crazy.
And every single year since 2015, the viewership has gone down.
Yeah, nobody watches it. That's the thing. That's why they're changing it, Bubba, because they're trying to get people to watch again. But nobody.
Right. So give them credit for not staying the same. But every time they change it, it gets worse.
Yeah.
If the players actually played, people would watch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But the players don't give 2 shits, and I don't necessarily blame them, but they don't care.
But here's the problem, and I'll say 2 things. Bubba, the NBA is not in shambles. The All-Star game has been for a long time. When Matt McClung is the only reason why people watch on Saturday night, that's a problem. No disrespect to Matt McClung. He's amazing.
Fair point.
Okay.
He's amazing dunker, for the record.
Correct.
Great high school basketball player.
It was good at college for a little bit too. He played at G-Town for a while, Texas Tech. Yeah. By the way, check out the Allen Iverson documentary on Amazon if you haven't gotten there yet.
I haven't.
Ooh.
Is it good?
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. Here's my point. They made a change again. Conceptually, this makes sense. And what you guys just said, make it 10, 12 Americans, and that's your team against the world. Here's the problem with the world. The best 2 players that are on the world have no interest in playing in the All-Star game. Both Joker and Skinny Luka don't like the All-Star game. So putting them there as the face of that is not going to make for a better game. Joker doesn't care. He will literally turn around and go like this to the commissioner on the court. He doesn't care. He's not going to play a full game. He's not going to play hard in any way, shape, or form. He's just not.
Nobody is.
So by design, your 2 best players on that team are not going to go all in. So it's what? Wemby? It's Risa Shea? Like, who the fuck is going to be on that world team that you're going to be worried about?
Yeah.
And again, is Canada part of the world?
I think they will be. Yeah.
Okay, so Shea's over there now. So okay, but
unless they say North America versus the world, I don't know what they're doing. But
I just don't think it's going to work out the way it's not going to improve things. And again, you made it difficult to follow because you made it a round robin 3 team. You already have a fucking Emirates Cup in the middle of the season that no one fully understands either
or cares about.
Right. It counts. It doesn't count. Whatever, man. So
yeah,
look,
all-star games in general though are just like outside of baseball because you can't fucking fake 98 miles per hour. You throw the ball. Like, and these guys can't. They can't.
The last
throw
2
the
minutes
ball
of every
softer.
basketball game is the best.
You can't throw the ball softer. Like baseball is the same game. Like nothing really changes in baseball. Like they might not steal, and you might not see guys like open up as far as like trying to make crazy plays or something. But like you can't really fake baseball. You could half-ass football with flag and not tackling people, and you can half-ass basketball, but you can't. That's the thing. They just half-ass it. So is what it is.
Yeah, baseball is still, they get by far the best ratings for their game. Now they're not good. I think they get like 5 million, 6 million fans for the game, where they used to get like 18, 20 million, right? But that was back in the day when the American League actually didn't play each other in a regular season. So it used to be cool to watch those games because you would see guys go up against each other
because you wouldn't see them.
Catchers and shit. Yeah.
Another format that needs to change, by the way, the home run derby. Talk about format changes.
Yeah.
We
that
can
was
wait
shitty
on that,
last
but
year. Yeah.
it's been shitty since they went to the time thing. It's just an endurance contest.
I agree. As far as the NBA, the All-Star, just my last point on that would be, it's always. I mean, even going back to the 80s and 90s, the games would sort of be a mess for like the first 3 quarters.
Right.
But then in the fourth quarter, they would play hard. I mean, they would literally play hard to try to win the game. These guys that play today, it's not just Joker and Luka. I mean, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
It wasn't a shot at Joker or you.
No, I know.
Luka at all. It's just that they're not into it. So, all right.
So it's no pride in it.
Sorry for that 10-minute derailing there, but I saw her.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, by the way, my San Jose State play came in.
Nice.
There we go.
Lost by 19. Getting 24.
There you go.
Put it on the board.
Boom.
Yes.
Green check mark. All right. So transition into college hoops. This will be quick. UConn's really good. And what else you guys like?
Well, hey, UConn BYU on Saturday. That's the first real game they're going to play in Boston. So that should be fun.
Louisville might be back. Louisville played
big win over
big
Kentucky.
win against. By the way, that game just snuck up on everyone on fucking Veterans Day. That game's usually like New Year's Eve.
Right.
That game snuck up on me, being from Louisville. But Louisville might be back. That coach has got things going to turn around. They were in a bad spot there like 3 years ago.
Yeah, they were.
So he's turned it around big time.
You had North Carolina, Kansas a few days ago. Nice win for North Carolina.
Yeah, you got number two Purdue against number 8 Alabama tonight.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's a good game. I didn't realize that was on. Yeah, what's it on ESPN? So you can't watch it.
I'm not watching. Yeah, I'm not watching it. Purdue's up 6 with 4 minutes to go.
You'll get a page like what is it, Morse code, Jeff? You just go to your door and they'll tell you the score at halftime.
Purdue kind of struggled with Oakland a couple of days ago. So it's anyway. What else? G-Town, speaking of teams that have been struggling, going back to Louisville, G-Town's been struggling for years. G-Town had a nice win over Maryland. So maybe Cooley's finally, turning the corner with those guys.
I told you I like the big kid they got from St. John's. That kid's, his footwork's nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So we're getting into the good part of the season now where a lot of these teams are starting to play each other. So we'll start to get a picture of who's real.
Yeah, some good holiday tournaments.
Yeah,
Houston, Auburn this weekend too.
Yep.
Okay. Who's coaching Auburn? Is it Bruce Pearl's kid?
I think it is. Yeah. It is.
Like right before the season.
Yeah.
Good move, Bruce.
That's a family man. It's a family man.
Before Bruce is part of an AI scandal instead of a text messaging scandal. So love you, Bruce. It's okay. All right. College football again. We're quick hits here. USF Navy this week, big game from a local standpoint. Could really wrap up a nice little position to go into a conference championship game and get in over the ACC.
Yeah, I mean, I know Tyler, you're a USF homer. I like USF too. Undergrad there, go Bulls. But I will say this: USF's picking a great time to win. I don't know if they've broken ground on the new stadium yet, but if they can, beat Navy and somehow get into this playoff, it's great timing for them.
So
they're in if they win.
Yeah,
for sure.
But they're ranked 24th right now.
So are they in?
No, I mean not at the moment because
they would be in if they win their conference. They're in. They're automatic. It'd be automatic.
right. Miami is ranked 15th, by the way. Now I don't know. I don't even know if Miami's going to play in their conference championship game.
No, they need a lot. They have like a 3% chance to play in that game.
Yeah,
they need a lot to happen.
So that's the thing, right? Because if Miami wins their conference championship, they would definitely get in. But if Miami doesn't play in the conference championship, then the team that does win the ACC conference championship is not guaranteed going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So and One Buck Ant brought that up a week or two ago.
Yeah, it could be no ACC team.
Yeah. So.
And many a podcast has followed up with One Buck Ant said, because again, that's the number 7 podcast in America. There's a lot of people watching what we say before they come out and say it. So, just pointing that out.
That would be crazy.
Out, they're in.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
But we started talking about it. I mean, more coaches dropping like flies, like these. I mean, we don't have to do a big segment on it, but if the ACC doesn't get in, like, how much salaries is that and coaches that are just fucking home by
hundreds of millions.
Well, remember how much money those teams make for actually making the playoff, and then every time they get to the next round, it's like
more
doubles. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a bad year for a lot of football teams.
It is. If the ACC
programs,
if they don't get a team in, that's a lot of money that they're probably basically expecting that they're not going to get. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So it'd be interesting. That would be a fucking big deal if they didn't get in.
Yeah, I mean, is Pittsburgh the best team in that conference right now?
They have a big game against Notre Dame. It's college game day is there this weekend, I think.
Yeah,
Georgia Tech 12, pretty good.
That's a big number.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get weird. Like I've heard some people say like Miami could get in even if they don't win the conference as an at-large, which would be crazy.
I don't see it.
That would be egregious.
Yeah.
Let's think about that for a second. So if the conference champion doesn't get in,
that'd be right.
Then they could still take Miami as an at-large, right?
Miami could get in as an at-large. It just would get really weird, and like,
how do you do that?
And it can happen. I mean, it could happen. You lose one
game
and you don't make the conference championship, and you don't get in. Like, obviously they have 2 losses, but like, you could, in theory, that could happen.
Right. Yeah.
That would be fucking. They would have some explaining to do if they did that.
Notre Dame.
I mean, there's too bad. There's nobody if they don't think anybody's good in the ACC.
Okay, but if Miami's 2 biggest wins would be Notre Dame and USF.
Yeah, and both are probably going to the playoffs. Yeah,
right. That doesn't. I just don't see how you get in with the losses they've had.
I
That's
understand.
the thing. Their losses are bad. That's why I don't get how they ranked them so high. Like, Louisville is a good win, like for Louisville, and that's not like an awful loss. But then Louisville goes and loses. To who did they lose to last week? I forget who they lost to last week, but they're all just beating up on each other.
You think of Miami's in over like a Vanderbilt? Are you saying that
look, there's still. I mean, let's be honest. There's still so far to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean,
how much longer is it to go? 3-4 games?
Yeah, but 4 games is a lot.
No, I mean,
they're all going to beat up on each other.
It's a full month of football, no doubt. Yeah. But it's just a lot of teams are running out of fucking time.
If we were just a talking head show, we could do 2 hours on this.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Texas Tech put a big step forward this past weekend. I know we're not going to go full in depth, but Texas Tech whooped that ass, the Mormon ass this weekend.
The Big 12, the Big 12 is better than the ACC. Period.
Yeah. I mean, take 3 teams out of the Big 12. Shit.
Right.
The SEC's commissioner's trying to lobby that they should have 8 teams.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
I heard 5.
They are. They're going to get 5,
4 or 5 for guaranteed.
Yeah, and the Big 10's probably going to get 4. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right. And that's 8. That's half of them. That's more
than
half.
And it's all coming together because in 2, maybe 3, worst case scenario, 5 years, those 2 conferences will be a professional organization, and the kids will not actually attend school.
Yeah, I don't know if I go that far, but
absolutely, absolutely. You're the quarterback of one of those teams, and you don't go to school. You represent the school because you get paid to represent the school. That's it.
Fair enough.
If that's the case, I mean, you make a fair fucking point. Like if a kid is making $5-6 million a year,
you're not a student.
I want you to try to make him go to class.
Eligible.
Try to make him go to class.
It is still college sports, so you would have to be academically eligible. Now you can write down anything on a piece of paper and
it's
college.
It's college sports Monday through Friday, but on Saturday it's professional.
Right, but if they do break away and create like their own monster conference, they could pretty much make whatever rules they want, which I think is where Ash is going with that.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to
break away from the NCAA.
Yeah. You do school in the off season.
I just don't think it gets that far, but
I'm going to repeat myself here, but what is with those Patriots uniforms? They're awful. Have you guys seen those? They're awful.
They're alternate uniforms.
It's like
it's
like something happened in the washer machine. And like
that's what it literally looks like. The helmets are kind of sweet, but yeah, it's not. I like they should have done their old school ones with the hiking Patriot.
Yeah,
those ones are cool.
It's a lighthouse sea blue.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's literally what it's called.
Yeah,
but awesome. There's going to be college football's in a weird spot. That's for sure with all this stuff and coaching moves and all that. It'll be interesting to see what happens come February when we know everything and teams have picked their coaches and all that. Like Lane Kiffin's probably like the number one guy right now, and I have no idea what he's going to do. He's probably got like 4 schools that he can go to. He might. He has that option. Like he could stay in Ole Miss, probably make a shit ton more money, obviously, and just stay put and go to the playoff, every couple of years and everyone be happy. Go to Florida, make a shit ton of money and have that buyout money, or go literally to the NFL. He's got a bunch of options.
So, just one quick interjection here. Travion Henderson with another touchdown. If you held Travion Henderson in 2 fantasy football leagues like I did, congratulations, you're going to win your championship because he's gonna dominate the rest of the season because Vrabel finally found a running back.
Yeah, I have him currently on my bench tonight, but yes,
that's a good spot for him.
Well, here's the thing, Bubba. I don't know if you know this about him. They acted like the guy he had leprosy in the first fucking 6 weeks of the season or something because they didn't fucking give him the ball.
Yeah.
So that's
at least you didn't get rid of him.
No. I held. I have diamond hands in the draft. I draft you. You're pretty much coming home unless an injury happens. But yeah, Thursday night I don't like playing guys just for Thursday night. I don't want to pay attention to it right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's transition in the NFL. Week 10. Any thoughts? We're going into week 11 if you're confused by the comment.
Well, I mean the Tampa loss, not necessarily shocking, but it's a bad loss for them. I mean, they're playing Buffalo this week, so they got a real chance of going to 6-4, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else? I mean, the Steelers shit the bed.
Buffalo shit the bed.
Yeah.
Buffalo shit the bed for sure.
The Rams are maybe really, really good.
The Seahawks maybe
the Seahawks
really good.
Seahawks look fucking good too.
That NFC West is legit.
And I know it's the Vikings, but the Ravens defense had like fucking 5 turnovers, and they're on a 3-game winning streak. I think they could win that division.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Ravens didn't play well last week, but they still got the W. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, they spanked the fucking Vikings.
Eventually. Yeah, eventually. But anyway, so we'll see. I mean, we got a couple good games this week. I'm sure we'll get to. I mean, you guys just talked about Seahawks and the Rams. They're playing each other. So
that's going to be a great fucking game. I'm going to watch that game for sure.
Yeah.
I usually don't watch those West Coast games, but I'm going to watch that game.
And you got like I said earlier, you got Tampa Buffalo. I mean, that should be a good game. So
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we got a lot of good games. We got Seahawks, Rams,
Bears, Vikings.
Bears,
they're all good games. Like meaningful.
Lions,
Eagles.
Lions, Eagles. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know. I could take or leave the Bears game, but Lions, Eagles, that's a good game.
Yeah. It's just meaningful for playoff. I mean, both one of those teams is going to be kind of in that realm for the wild card. So, and I think the Bears are tied for first in the division.
They are,
now, which is crazy.
Yeah. And they got not the first coach, but they got a coach fired this weekend.
We made a lot of fun of Williams in the early part of the season, but he's playing better. So, good for him. And looks like Johnson has got that team turned the corner. So,
yeah, they're winning those close games. So good for them.
All right. Well, with the Patriots up 14-7, let's jump into the categories. We're going to start, as always, with gun to the head, lock of the week. Now, recapping last week, Bubba had the Chargers. That's a win.
Last week was a bad week overall.
No. Eagles. He had the Eagles.
Yeah, I had the Eagles
for the luck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's this week. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Eagles, they won and covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Tyler had the Seahawks. They won and covered.
Yep.
Jay had the Bucks. They did not win. Therefore, they did not cover. And Jeff had the Bears. They did not win, and therefore they did not cover. So 2-2 as a group. On the season, Jeff's 4-4 in this category. I'm sorry, 4-5-1. Jay is 7-2-1. Bubba's 7-3. And Tyler is 6-3. So, who wants to kick it off?
I'll kick it off.
Go.
Chargers -2.5. That is my lock of the week. Jacksonville Jaguars they tried to beat the Texans. Didn't work. I think that I know they're traveling across the country, but I like the Chargers. 2.5.
Yeah, I love that because you guys know how I feel about Jacksonville.
It's a lovely city.
Bad at the football.
I like Jay said, I had the Bears last week -4.5. That didn't come in this week. I'm jumping on probably the game of the week. I got the Rams -3.5. Should be a good game, but I'm gonna take the Rams because they're home, and that's gonna go a long way to deciding the division. So yeah,
I like that.
Simple as that. I mean, it's not. I'm not going deep into the thinking here. It's Rams.
Yeah,
Rams
at
need
home.
to win, and they're home, and that's what I'm going -3.5.
I
All
like
right.
that.
All right. I am going with Andy Reid off a bye week, which is historically what you're supposed to do. So,
It's funny. I was just saying to myself, wait, the Eagles played last week.
yeah.
There you go.
He no longer coaches the Eagles. I don't know if you know that.
Good point.
He's the coach of the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are very good off a bye week, and so is Patrick Mahomes. And the Broncos defense, while good, is missing their best cornerback. They sacked the shit out of the quarterback, which makes me a little nervous with their offensive line. But Bo Nix is not as good as people think he might be, and they just don't score points. So I'll take Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes in this situation. They need to win. It's in Denver where they typically don't play well. And while Peyton's a great coach, I just don't think the Broncos are as good as their record. So I'm going to take Andy Reid off the bye.
And like you said, the
go.
Chiefs do need to win. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm gonna go with the Texans, strictly because they're playing a bad Titans team. I don't know if it's been. I think Stroud's supposed to be back this week. I don't think he's been like 100% ago, but I think everything's kind of pointing to him playing on Sunday. And even again, if Davis Mills can do it, come back and win that game like they did the other day. I think they should have no problem with Tennessee. They're just not a very good football team. 5.5, -5.5. It opened up at -7.5. So I'll take it getting down to 5.5 and jump on the Texans.
Okay.
I like it.
There you go.
I like it. Okay, let's swing over to player prop of the week. Last
go-
week.
Go
You want to go over last week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just do a little recap.
There you go.
Last week, Jeff had Fryer Muth, anytime touchdown. That was a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Jay had Baker 3+ touchdowns at +280. That was a win. Bowers for a touchdown for Bubba. That was a loss.
Yep.
And Kate Otten over 64.5 was an easy sweat for Tyler.
Lock of the century.
Always is.
And it looks like there might be some weather up in Buffalo, so he's going to be in his element with no gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, let's. Who wants to jump this one off?
Well, go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, don't mind if I do. I'm going to stay with what we've been doing internally our last 2 weeks in our group parlay. I've been giving you the slot receiver that plays against the Bears. This week, I will give you Jordan Addison over 65 yards at +185.
Love that. Love that.
So, the fans can't see this on the show right now, but we have a sheet and it's green when you win. I'm already going to put that green. That's a lock, fellas. That's a lock. Who's next?
Okay, I got Flacco over 261.5 yards. I usually don't like taking minus odds in these this particular bet, but over 261.5, it's minus 111 against the Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to win that game, but I still think Flacco is going to throw for a bunch of yards. So, Flacco over 261.5.
Is Slay playing?
Baby, he's in the concussion protocol. So
yeah. That's a lot of Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
All right, Bubba.
So I took my player prop of the week this week, and I went and I said I'm going to do it on the Giants Packers game. Winston's getting the start. He's had some hilarious clips this week at Barstool. Those have been great. So I said I'm going to look at Jameis Winston's interception prop, and it has been a long time since I've seen a quarterback to throw over a half an interception at minus 215. I thought it was going to at least be like even money or plus money, just a little bit, and I was going to take it. But I did not take that because they are really, really banking on him throwing a pick. I almost took no pick at plus 140. That's my funny bit about how confident the books are that he's going to throw an interception on Sunday. But I took Romeo Doubs in that game, so I kept scrolling to score a touchdown, and it is at plus 200, and I think he's going to get in the end zone.
There you go.
Well, I'm leading the charge on Jameis Winston here. I got Jameis Winston to throw 3 touchdowns this week. He's going to fucking sling it.
I think so, too. He's got no choice but to.
I don't know. I'm looking right now to see what his how many pass attempts is his number right now. Which is
completions is only 22. It's like
34.5 attempts. So he's going to sling it.
Tyler, is what you have on a spread, are those odds accurate? Plus 575?
Yeah, plus 575.
For 5 touchdowns?
3.
Oh, I'll get in on that.
Yeah. So our parlay
great.
right here with Romeo Doubs, anytime touchdown, Jameis Winston to throw 3 touchdowns, Joe Flacco to go over 261, and Jordan Addison over 64.5 would be a plus 8,000 bet. So a $10 wager would pay out $852.
Wow.
Sexy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Winston thing. The 3 touchdowns, though, I would almost say over in yards. That I would jump all over. But the 3 touchdowns,
Jeff,
that's a
just
lot.
Let him cook, baby. Let him cook. He's going to Broadway musicals. He's singing Hamilton on the stage.
Yeah,
he's gonna throw fucking
contract.
Broadway Jameis, baby. Broadway Jameis.
He's eating dubs. New coach theory. Like
first play is a deep ball. It's almost you could write it in the books right now. It is going to be a go route. It will be a go route.
As somebody who took a lot of shit from people on this podcast in our NFL preview for not saying the Packers were not going to make the playoffs this year. Don't look now, but they've lost 2 in a row. Don't lose in New York.
Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs. So,
yeah,
I mean, look, we got a half a season to go, so you might be right, but I still think they're going to make the playoffs.
Well.
Oh, I saw Diggs on the ground. I said, well, Patriots are in trouble. But he got up.
Well, I would say this. Here's the reason why if you're interested in 7.5 points or even the money line for New York, you have a new coach. You got Jameis potentially slinging the ball. Yeah. And this is the old school Wayne Allen route trap game where a team is looking ahead to a conference opponent next week because Green Bay plays Minnesota next week.
Yep.
So just throwing it out there.
Yeah, there's a chance. We've all been fucked by the Giants though on a spread or a money line bet like that. I don't know if I could get over the 30-point fourth quarter. I'm still not over that.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Did you guys just see that last play in the game?
Yeah.
I when I saw that there was a flag, I thought for sure they were calling defenseless receiver, but they did not. So to their credit, they did not. So
all right. Last category: money line underdog of the week.
I'll go first.
Oh, He's excited.
I think I've won 3 in a row. I hit Denver, Eagles, and now so I'm on a little streak, just a tiny little streak. I like the Detroit Lions to beat up on the Eagles, and not beat up on them, but win the game at plus 130. Dan Campbell took over play calling. You could see the excitement. Hutchinson's due for a big game. Kind of had a shitty game last game. I like the Lions to win that game.
Like it.
I have nothing negative to say about that.
I like
Except
that.
you haven't won 3 in a row. You won 2 in a row, but there you go.
Yeah.
Really? I got
Logistics.
Denver. I got Denver highlighted as a win. I
Yeah.
got Eagles.
And the Eagles.
Yeah.
You counting this week?
I'm already counting it. Yeah, you got to.
Hey,
Oh,
there
okay,
you go.
gotcha.
There you go.
You got to be confident in your picks.
So it's your lock and your underdog like last week. Love it.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Good.
I'll
Tyler.
go next. I got the Bears. We talked about it. Them playing some better football. Ben Johnson definitely seems like he's changed the locker room for sure. It was in a weird spot there for a while. Caleb has some direction now, and he's definitely playing better football. JJ McCarthy's been a little turnover prone here the last couple weeks, and the Bears have done a pretty good job of taking the ball away. Lost to him earlier in the season in a kind of a shitty way to lose a game. They should have won that game, so the Bears would be even in a better spot if they won that game. So I like the Bears to get the job done and get the W. It's plus 130, similar to the Lions. So I got the Bears.
There we go. I like it.
Jeff?
I'm going with the Bucks. I'm going with your boys.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You know, I'm a big believer in desperation, like good teams' desperation when it comes to like these games. Now Buffalo is sort of desperate too. They really need to win to keep pace with the Patriots, but I think the Bucks are more desperate, and I think they're going to come up with a big win. They got the Bucks plus 230.
Like it.
I like it. Needs to be, needs to be over 50. Needs to be over 50 degrees.
It's going to be relative. I don't think it's going to be 50, but it's going to be relatively warm. I think like it's not going to be 25. You know?
No snow, no gray 25 degrees. You know, get 45 and sunny. Yeah, I like it. That was one of the first ones I wanted to go with. I just didn't want to be the homer pick, and I do have a little PTSD after losing them as my lock of the week last week because I was on a nice little run there. So, but yeah, we just saw the Bills make Tua look like a Hall of Famer. So if Baker can, come out and not be hurt Baker, I think we're going to be okay. I almost took the Giants as well, just because it was a big number. And I do like the new coach theory and Jameis. I just thought that was a great combination. But I'm going to go with the team I picked to win the NFC West to do what they're supposed to do in order to win the NFC West, and that's go into LA and beat the Rams at plus 145. I got the Seahawks.
All right, so we're going up against each other on that one.
Yeah, number one DVOA in football, and playing the best football, and might have the best quarterback in football.
Oh, easy there.
No, too soon. Too soon. The guys only lost 3 games in 2 years.
People are whispering MVP for.
They should be. They should be. Except he's playing a cyborg MVP on the other side.
Right. Yeah.
So. All right. Well, that's the categories. Let's get into bragging rights. Anybody win last week?
Nope.
No, sir. And we can go through it quick here, Jeff. If you want to lead us off there, man.
Yeah, this was a rough one. I think the over came in, right? The Patriots and Bucks. I think the over came in. I can't remember. But it doesn't matter. Daniel Jones didn't throw for 2 touchdowns, so that was basically Bowers did have over 67.5 yards, but he did not have a touchdown. So I'm pretty sure I went 2-2, but that's a loss. So.
Yep. Moving on, Jay.
Ibuka touchdown, yes. Bucks, no. Niners, no. Steelers, no. 1-3, disaster. I'm an embarrassment. I'd like to get off of this now.
And Ibuka happened 3 seconds into that game too, pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
really
it was
did.
like, oh, everything's great.
Really did.
And Bubba.
I think I was 1-3 as well. I had Rico Dowdle to score. He scored. Alvin Kamara did not. The game did not go over 40, and the Giants, obviously, what happened there. That game ended 24-17 20. So 1-3, 25 to win nothing. There it is.
Moving on.
Moving on.
All right. Jeff, you got an all Thursday night game here.
I do. It's not looking great at the moment. So I got Breece Hall anytime touchdown. He currently does not have one. I have Breece Hall over 15 and a half yards receiving. Currently, he does not have a catch. I have Drake May over 235 and a half passing. He's at like 110, I think. So, I mean, he's at least doing okay. And I have Drake May anytime touchdown. And although he does have a couple rushes, he doesn't currently have a touchdown. So, anyway, we got a whole second half to play. We'll see what happens. 25 pays 575.
There you go.
Very nice.
Good numbers.
Jay?
Yeah, I'm against you in your underdog pick. As bad as the QB play has been in Minnesota, I do think the defense there disrupts Ben Johnson rather, and Caleb and his fingernail polish day of. So I'm going to take the Vikings. I didn't even get off the hook. I think it's more than a 3-point win there. I've got the Seahawks. I got to put my money where my mouth is with them as the underdog play, and the Chiefs at -3. I did buy the hook down there to make it -135 for -3. And then I'm on Bubba, unknown to me, but I like the Lions as well. I think with Dan Campbell realizing that Jahmyr Gibbs is good at the football, and maybe he needs more than 9 fucking carries in a game or 9 touches, period. What I see from the Eagles is a good team that does not have an explosive offense and that has a good defense, not great. And I just think the Lions are going to outplay them in a lot of areas. So I'll take 25 wins 448 and hoping to get back on the right side of the board.
Beautiful. Bubba?
All right. I got a little Thursday night action too. I got the New York Jets to cover 13. Right now they're down a touchdown. Hopefully they can put together another drive here. 3rd and 2. We're going to get some live action here. Ooh, that's a drop. Anyway, Houston Texans on the money line. I got the Chargers, who are also my lock of the week on the spread on the money line. And then I like the Seahawks as well. So we are inadvertently on each other's game here, unbeknownst to us. But I like the Seahawks to beat the Rams as well. 25 pays 232 and 69 cents. So that is the bragging rights, fellas.
All right.
Let's go get them.
Let's see how we roll that 69 cents. All right. Well, listen, we need a bragging rights win here. Not only for us, for somebody to be able to brag or the right to brag, but just to just get a little street cred back.
Yeah.
It's been tough. I mean, we're doing good in the categories. We're doing good live on game days and we're hitting some props and having some fun. But let's get these 14 parlays. And a little disclaimer, 14 parlays are fucking hard to hit.
They are.
Yes, they are.
Yes. All right. So the socials flash, which means we're coming to the end of our program. At Casual Chaos Live, you can follow us in all the social categories. Go to YouTube. If you're not already listening to us on YouTube and watching us, go there, hit subscribe, hit like. We appreciate it. Find us on Spotify. Find us on Apple. Where you will not find us this week is at Glory Days, as we had massive scheduling conflicts. Had nothing to do with the government shutdown, luckily. It's back, and it has nothing to do with ESPN or Disney or YouTube TV. So
it's a bye week for us.
It's a bye week. We needed to rest, recharge, regenerate. There might be some golf. There might be some high school baseball. There might just be some snuggling. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we will be back the following Sunday at Glory Days, 1:00. So come and check us out. We will have the podcast next week as well. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for participating tonight, fellas. As always, it's a great time. Just love doing this.
Bye, guys.
Absolutely.
All right.
See you, fellas.
Bo drinks. Hi, everyone. This is Jay Ash, one of the hosts of the Casual Chaos podcast you are about to listen to discusses gambling and wagering on sporting events. Please be advised the gambling and sports wagering content during this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or gambling advice. Sports wagering involves significant risk. If you choose to gamble, please do so responsibly and only gamble with funds that you can comfortably afford to lose. All opinions, wagering tickets discussed, or implied wagers on the Casual Cast podcast are not guarantees to result in financial gain. You must be 21 years or older or of legal gambling age in your jurisdiction to participate in sports wagering. Please verify the gambling and sports wagering laws and regulations within your jurisdiction prior to placing bets. Listeners are solely responsible for their own wagering decisions and outcomes. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call or text the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. We encourage everyone to engage with sports betting responsibly. The host and the Casual Cast podcast assume no liability for any losses incurred as a result of listening to this content.